Hello, folks. We are live. Welcome to Wednesday night. And we are doing holiday beers. I don't know how many people are going to join us, but I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana Beer Reviews. The Beverage Ramble is in Georgia with the Beverage Ramble, formerly the television and what was it? Movie and
TV Ramble, yeah. Movie, TV Ramble, Media Ramble, yeah, all this other crap.
Talking about TV, Laverne and Shirley lost one of their famous stars.
Yeah, the guy that liked to sing Italian songs, the Ragu, whatever his name was.
The Big Ragu.
Yeah.
And that television show had it going on for about 3 years. About 3 years they had it going on.
Yeah.
They were running the game. They were running the game for about 3 years.
Yeah. It was a spinoff of I guess all those shows were spinoff of Happy Days.
Yeah, right. They had to change the characters. There's BC's Beer Reviews with some weird psychedelic presentation of Christmas lights on the television.
Sorry, guys. Give me a second. I'll be right with you.
All right, BC.
He dropped a tab. All right. Now, there he's back again with a fan. All right. Now, okay. Well, let's get on to this. BC will get it together. He'll get it together.
Yeah, I'll be there to get with you guys. You guys go ahead, do what you guys do. I'll be with you in a minute.
All right. No problem. No problemo. Now, I'm in Louisiana, and I have a beer for the holidays called St. Arnold Ye Old Christmas Ale. Ye Old Christmas Ale. And it is rich and cheerful. And it is from Houston, Texas. And it is 7.5% alcohol. Ooh. So that's my beer. And we're going to look into it. I'll try to bring up the website. Jean H. Pierre, the Beverage Ramble.
Yes. I was very hesitant. Like I said, I felt that, I couldn't find anything. Like I said, I did the winter warmer ale, and I was going to be, but the distance between me and Trader Joe's was a good ways, and because there's traffic at the end of the day, this time of day, 5, right hitting at 5 is very horrendous. So I went ahead and said, all right. So I stopped at the package store that's right by my house and picked up the Christmas ale. And I was trying to find some singles around, couldn't find any singles. And this store I go to doesn't really do a lot of singles. So unless I go to Trader Joe's or Whole Foods.
Well, wait a minute. That's from Breckenridge, right?
Breckenridge, yeah. Christmas ale from Breckenridge, yes.
Oh, well, don't worry. If you bought a 6-pack, you got it, because that's going to be 6 enjoyments.
Yes. And I've already had one, and this will be my second one, and the rest I will give to my brother Christmas Eve, let him sample some of this stuff. This is a winter warmer, similar to the Samuel Smith winter warmer that I had. 7.1% ABV. Score is really good. Also, Untitled gives it a very good score as well. So
don't worry.
I'm drinking tonight.
Yeah, if you buy a 6-pack of that, that's a winner there, boy.
Yeah. I was trying to find the Abita,
Abita,
they do a Christmas ale too, so but
that's right.
Abita beers are like a little bit here and there, but not much. So
okay, nice. I'm glad to say I'm not the only one with a winter warmer tonight. I just got done reviewing and uploading this video by the Great Lakes Brewing Company. Is Christmas Ale by the Great Lakes Brewing Company. Now, this is a 7.5 APV and a 30 IBU, according to the bottle. Now, I did my research. I reviewed this one last year, and ironically enough, I gave it a higher score this year than I did last year, which is ironic. So the score,
ironic.
I'll get into that later on. I'll talk about that later on. But this is what I'm doing today. So,
all right, we're going to look at that. Let me try to bring up the website for St. Arnold Christmas beer. I think I'm going to be able to do it. Hold on a minute. We'll go through all of these, and when other people join, we'll bring them in and let them talk about their beer, of course. Let's see. Okay, good. All right, y'all. We'll be back to BC's beer reviews of Michigan, Detroit. Well, close to Detroit, not exactly in Detroit. Y'all know the last time. How many miles from Detroit?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, I classify myself as a Detroit area based beer reviewer.
Yeah, but how many miles? How many miles from Detroit?
Well, if we're talking downtown area, we're probably talking about a good 10 to 15 miles. Now, if we're talking city limits, we're talking probably a good 2 miles away from the city limits.
Okay, so you're right on top of the cities. I hadn't been to Detroit in 7 years, but when I went to Detroit, I bought all kind of malt liquors, and I made a video in the trunk of my car on the side of the boulevard next to the stadium, and that video is still posted, by the way. All right, y'all. Here it is, the can. They make cans and bottles, I think, on draft also. We're going to pour it up, and then we're going to look at the website. Hope y'all can hear me.
Oh, looking good.
Thick off-white head, beige. Beige or off-white head, a copper appearance. Now we're going to do a screen share.
That head, how many fingers worth of head do you got there, Brian? 2? Okay, sweet. Awesome. So, yeah, mine basically disappeared.
Let's check out this website. Available October to December. A rich copper-colored hearty ale, perfect for the holiday season with a malty sweetness and spicy hop character. The generous use of five different malts is responsible for the full flavor and high alcohol level of this beer. Best consumed at 45 degrees. Well, it'll be there soon. Good with fruitcake. It's good to drink with fruitcake, Christmas pudding, and a squash bisque, which I've never had squash bisque. 1.067 original gravity, 24 IBU, 7.5% alcohol, although I think my can says 7. Hold on a second. I think my can says 7.5. Never mind. 7.5. All right, so very malty, as you can see, somewhat hoppy, a lot of body. Here's the ingredients. No other grains or cereals such as corn or rice. So it's all barley malt. No corn, no rice. 2 different hops, Pacific Northwest hop varieties. Probably Willamette or Cascade. All right. Debuted in November 1995. I didn't even drink beer in November 1995. This was the first seasonal we made. So they're calling people wussies that won't drink it because it's called Christmas ale. All right. Anyway, so stop.
I like to call it that hardcore drinkers will drink the Christmas ale. Or at least beer reviewers. Either way.
He wants to know if you're on 14 mile.
No, I'm not nowhere near 14 mile. I'm I'm practically on Lake Erie. So, yeah.
Close to, like, what's that called? River Rouge.
Yeah, what is it? I'm like a city away from River Rouge. So I'm
You're
not
not
that far from River
not
Rouge.
too far. Yeah, you're not too far from where Stroh's Brewing used to be.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not too far from there either. You go down I-75 and quick little tidbit if you got the time for it. I remember when the original Stroh's Brewery shut down, there was a radio station here, and I forget the main guy that runs the radio station, but there was a so-called wrestler. Yeah, it was an obvious fake, but it was Dick the Bruiser, but it was somebody else voicing Dick the Bruiser. And they did a song called something like The Strohs of Summer, which they used the music from Don Henley's The Boys of Summer. But they kind of sang like how Stroh's Brewery in Detroit shut down, and Dick the Bruiser allegedly was singing the song, but it was so funny, but it was so true though. It was like everybody around here loves Stroh's, but once they shut it down, it was like there's nothing else you can do about it. You know what I mean? And until they reopened the plant again, was it like 2 years ago or 3 years ago? Oh my
Well,
goodness!
it's mostly contract brewed now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stroh's a popular beer. I still see signs of it. When I left Mobile, there was a liquor store that had a sign of Stroh's. I said, "Oh, really?" I went to a liquor store and I asked, if they sold it, and there was some foreign country. Do y'all sell Stroh's? What? Do y'all sell Stroh's beer? What? I see the sign. You have a Stroh's sign up there on the top. It says Stroh's beer. No, we don't sell. I left, and then when I turned around, they were looking at me all weird, like, who's this guy? I'm like, well, you have the sign, in neon lights showing Stroh's. And I'm like, okay, you must sell it then.
Yeah.
Wrong road. Wrong.
I guess they didn't sell it. So and because of that experience, I never stepped foot in that place ever again. So bye bye.
We got an Australian viewer. We might have a Russian viewer. Now, Jean, I brought up the website. So now later on, if we have time, I'll show you what Stroh's sent me in 1996, only 3 years before they shut down. But
all right.
I wrote them a letter and they sent me something. Wait, what am I doing?
That must have been a nice Christmas gift, right?
Yeah.
I just wrote them a letter. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try to bring you over to this format here.
All righty. As you can see, I poured my beverage in my little glass here. Christmas Ale by Breckenridge Brewery, 7.1% ABV. This is a winter warmer. So far, it gets a good score on Beer Advocate. So far, sipping on this beer, I've gotten a little bit more caramel than chocolate notes. They say it's chocolate in this, but I ain't getting any of that. This is more caramel than anything. And there's definitely a hop presence in this. It mentions Chinook and Mount Hood hops, but there's a hop presence. Yeah.
How would you like to buy this thing here?
Let me see.
Sorry. Wait, let me fix it. It jumped. This thing here.
Oh, that would be nice. That would be nice.
That would be nice. A draft egg. Yeah.
That'd be nice, similar to the same sizes. And they still sell those type of kegs, Heineken still does it. I'm trying to think of another brewery that still does that size. Amstel Light does that too. So yeah, so they still do those sort of things.
Talking about the baby kegs?
Yeah, the baby kegs. Sit in the freezer, let it cool, and then pour your own thing. I mean, believe me, this would be a great thing for a party. Great thing for a party. I mean, great thing for a Christmas party getting together. People want to sip on some stuff like this. I would definitely try it. So
yeah.
But like I said, I'm getting more of the caramel flavor in this than I'm getting the chocolate in this. So For them to say there's chocolate, I think they're kind of whiffed on that. Maybe, but it's very low, very low, very low profile in this. Chinook, Mount Hood hops. There is definitely sort of a, as you feel with most spicy, quality, balance, and finish. They say, when like anything Christmassy or Thanksgiving, like we're eating a pie, the scent of cinnamon, nutmeg, ground clover, all those sort of flavors that you would think you see in, during this time of year when you're doing a nice fruit cake or sort of baking, that Christmas scent, that you usually not just a Christmas scent, but also a scent that you can see during the fall season when it hits fall, October. All those flavors are there, and that's what definitely this beer has to me. So, said you taste a little hint of that spice right there. It's a nice finish going down the end, but again, I would say more caramel and less chocolate. But I would say, yes, refrigerating it, yeah, but I would take it out and just like what I've done with even with the winter warmer, when the winter warmer reviewed it, I took it out and kind of let it kind of give it a little moment to kind of, settle whatever at a nice temperature for about, 35, 40 minutes or so.
A lot of toasted bread crust on that beer, huh?
Yes, it is. It definitely does. So I would let it warm a little bit, kind of get the fullness of it. Maybe the chocolate flavors will show up if it's warmed up a little bit. Again, sit on the counter, do what you got to do. So
I don't think they actually have chocolate in the beer.
Great notes of caramel and chocolate. Okay.
It just
malts, great notes of chocolate.
Yeah, it's just coming from the malts.
Right. But I'm more caramel notes than chocolate notes. I'm getting.
Yeah.
I would say. So
now BC is going to do a beer company that when they showed up here in 2013, I loved Great Lakes beers. I love Great Lakes beers. By the time I really started loving them in 2015, they disappeared and we never saw them again around here.
Yeah.
Which is irritating to no end.
So I'll have my score coming up. I have my score coming up shortly on this beverage.
Okay.
Now, getting to kind of what you're saying, we've always had Great Lakes Brewing Company up here in Michigan since we're neighbors, so to say. And, when I heard the Great Lakes Brewing Company, my first thought was, it must be a Michigan-based beer because Michigan's a Great Lakes state, because we got Michigan, Lake Superior, Lake Huron, Lake Erie, so on and so forth. And, when I started doing my beer show, I started figuring this stuff out. And that necessarily wasn't the case. With the Great Lakes Brewing Company, they're based out of Cleveland, Ohio, which blew my mind the first time I figured that one out. And it was like, for real? But then again, hey, sometimes it works out like that. I mean, it just does. And,
Yeah, Cleveland, right.
Yeah. The same place that Drew Carey comes from. And yes, it rocks.
Cleveland rocks. Yes.
Yeah. But with this beer, I mean, I reviewed another beer a while ago called Christmas Town Ale. And that was from Frankenmuth, Michigan. Okay. That's kind of a tourist attraction here. Now, one hand, the first time I tried that beer, I was getting kind of like a pumpkin beer without the pumpkin. You had all the spices and everything going for it like you would for a pumpkin. But it was more, somebody else said, well, that's more of a gingerbread type of deal. Now, both schools thought, all right, I'll give that much. I mean, either way. And okay, fine, no big deal. Now, when I started drinking this beer again, and it's been a year since I've had this beer. Now, with this one, from what I can tell, is uh, honey, ginger, and cinnamon amongst some of the other stuff. I'm
Right.
sure you'll pick, yeah, like you're picking up on the website right there. Now, I can't read it, but I've got
I'll
no.
read it. I'll read it. I'll read it.
Okay.
7.5% alcohol, 30 IBUs, 2-row base malt, crystal 45 malt, special roast malt, barley, just regular old barley, and wheat. So they use barley and wheat. They use Mount Hood and Cascade hops, more West Coast hops, just like Schlitz. Oh, by the way, if you ever do find Schlitz beer, they use Mount Hood and Cascade hops. Just thought I'd mention that.
Okay.
7.5 and 30 IBUs. So they show a photo of the beer, bottles and cans. Well, it's a flavored beer. What? It won a 6-time medal winner, gold and silver in the World Beer Championship. So, oh, wow. It's won 6 gold and silver medals in the last 22 years. So it's no joke. This beer is no joke. All right.
Yeah. That sounds like the notes that I've got. Yeah. Because I looked at that one earlier today. Yep. And, I'll admit this one has more of a bready feel to it, drinking it, but I'm not getting that gingerbread type of deal out of it. It seems to be more of a balanced type of deal with this beer. Okay. Now, referring back to the Frankenmuth Christmas Town Ale that I've had, now that seemed more of a gingerbread or pumpkin like beer. But this one seems to be more malty and bready to it with this one. But the spices still come out to it. Seems like a well balanced beer all the way around, at least to me. So, as far as scores go, I'll give that next time around.
Now, BC, what does a 6-pack of that cost around where you live?
This one cost me $12.99 outdoor, and I picked that up today.
Oh, okay.
So,
Now, it's funny, when I went to Detroit in 2014, I passed right close to where you live because I got
yeah,
on the old highway, not the interstate, but I got on the old national highway, and I
yeah,
drove along through all the little towns, and it was interesting. And then I went and I got on I think it's Grand Avenue, or
Grand Boulevard. I think
yeah,
that's the yeah.
then I drove down the main street downtown called Woodward.
Are the lakes good to swim in, BC? I'm just asking.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. I went to Port Huron, and okay, Port Huron, I feel kind of silly doing it, but Port Huron is about here. Now, I went up here, what was it, last summer? And I went out probably 10 to 15 feet. And I'm a big guy. And the currents through that strait were so good, they could have swept me away. Now, the currents are pretty strong in Port Huron. And they've got what they call the Blue Water Bridge there. Now, we've got Mackinac Bridge. We've got the Blue Water Bridge. We've got the Ambassador Bridge. And then we've got the Windsor Tunnel. The Ambassador Bridge and the Windsor Tunnel are right here in Detroit. Now, the Blue Water Bridge is at Port Huron. The Ambassador Bridge is right here in Mackinac, in the tip of the mitt here. So, yeah. But I would suggest to swim in them lakes any time of year. But you got to be careful when you do because the currents are really strong going south, especially on the east side of the state.
Yeah, you might get swept away and drown.
Yeah.
But yeah, we drove through your area. I drove through your area, and I went down. I think it's Woodward Boulevard in downtown Detroit, or something like that. And I was buying all kind of beer. I was putting it in my trunk. All right. But that was 7 years ago, including the Schlitz Red Bull Red XL.
Yeah, the date on mine was realized was not. It was when I did that review was a bit year old. I was a bit disappointed, but at least I reviewed it.
But when I went to Detroit, I was buying it fresh. Fresh.
Yeah, I know.
So, and then I went to see the Detroit Tigers baseball team.
Yeah.
All right. So
now, did you see the Detroit Tigers at the new stadium or the old stadium?
I'm assuming one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was 2014. 2014. I went to the new stadium in 2002, 03, and 14. I've been there three times.
Yeah, that's a nice stadium. It's a nice stadium.
I liked it, and I went look at this old Catholic church downtown, and I went walking around downtown, and well, I had a really good time. All right, now, so this beer from St. Arnold is always a winner. If y'all notice, these Christmas beers tend to be very common, one to another. They all taste like bread crust, brown bread, spices. They're all kind of copying the. I think all these Christmas beers are copying the Anchor's Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, our special ale. But that's a good thing to copy because it's a really good beer. So Abita, Harpoon Winter Warmer, the one BC's got, I guess I never tried it. The one Jean has, I tried that last month. And a lot of the other ones are very similar. Now you can get some flavor ones like the Shiner with pecan and peach and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, they're nice. If you're a hophead, this beer is not going to probably work for you because it's not soup. These beers are not super hoppy. They're more malty, like bread, dough, bread crust, and those kind of things. But yeah, a winner for me. How would I score this St. Arnold Christmas Ale? Oh yeah, you can't go wrong. I got a good deal on it at Total Wine and More. I haven't seen it in my town, but I did see it in New Orleans. But I mean, I live in a town that can't sell everything because we don't have enough people here that's going to buy everything. All right, so let's see. I'm going to go with 95 out of 100, 9.5 out of 10. I think that's a good score. And if y'all want to see what Stroh's sent me when I wrote him a letter in 1996. Here's what they sent me. So they, after a few weeks, they sent me. Hold on, it's not going to take long. So I got this thing from Stroh's, Detroit, Michigan. I kept everything. I kept it all. They sent me this brochure showing the beer kettle, beer, the old-fashioned beer.
Looks like a copper kettle.
Copper kettle. And they sent me on the back, it shows more of the copper kettle and the barley. So then it was a big brochure. So they had a letter. They actually sent me a personalized letter saying, thank you for showing interest in our company. I guess they were amazed that somebody wanted to find out about their company. So they sent this magazine article called Impact about their new CEO trying to revitalize the company. Great article. I read them all. They sent a copy of Modern Brewery Age magazine about Stroh's Brewery.
Wow, nice.
They sent me a copy of the magazine Beverage World, all about the Stroh's attempt to keep the company going. They sent me a copy of Beverage Industry magazine with the article "Fuel for the Fire." They sent me a copy of a magazine called Beverage World, Stroh's New Style, all about Stroh's trying to do different things. They sent me a brochure talking about all the beers they were brewing in 1996. And then you open up the portfolio. You open up the portfolio, and it shows all the beers that they had owned in 1996.
Oh, Milwaukee. Wow, Stroh. Yeah, well, nice. Man. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then their craft beer, all the craft beers they were coming out with in 1996, craft beers. And then the flavored malt beverages. And then here's the letter they sent me, August 30th, 1996. Dear Mr. Ronald, I'm writing you on behalf of the Stroh's Brewery. And there's a letter. Thank you for writing to Stroh's, a woman named Lois. This was really interesting. They sent me a personal letter.
I'm surprised you don't have that in a picture frame hanging on your wall.
I know I should, right? And then they sent me, then they sent me these big Xerox copies, paper copies of each beer they made. It was all about the Stroh Brewery Company. And then when you look through it, they had this whole history of the company. Like, I'm not going to show all that. It's like the history of Stroh's Brewing. So a big bunch of stapled papers together that they obviously copied on a Xerox machine. Then about the company, about how they were brewing in Detroit since the 1800s. And then they sent me sheets about each product they made. So I really did appreciate Stroh's doing this for me. And they even sent, I'll show you real fast, with a business card.
Yeah, with the Stroh's lion symbol on there. Yeah. Yep. Lacey.
Then 3 years later, yeah. Then 3 years later, I was sitting at the breakfast table eating breakfast, and I was looking through the newspaper, and it says, Stroh's Brewing Company has been bought by Pabst. I never heard a thing from Stroh's again. We're gone. Pabst said, here's the money, and they said, we'll take it.
Hey,
now,
I remember, I don't mean to cut you off, Ron, but I remember drinking Stroh's Brewery before they shut down back in like 98. And I bought a 6-pack. It was good. And I haven't had a Stroh's in probably, honestly, until I started doing my beer review show. And I probably had it, I forget how long, but somebody mentioned to me that fun little tidbit. Now, I've never noticed it, but if you guys ever seen that movie, Shawshank Redemption, there was a scene where they're working on a roof, tearing the roof up, and was it Tim Robbins, the main actor, says, well, if you want us to do this, get us a bunch of subs. Okay. Now, I can't remember it, but somebody mentioned to me that it was Stroh's. Now, if it was, fine. No big deal. I love it. But they sent me a clip saying that it was a bunch of Stroh's beers that they were tarring the roof of, and once they got done, they got a bunch of beer, maybe like 2 or 3 beers a piece, and I thought that was so awesome. If it was Stroh's beers, it would have been so awesome, but it's been so long since I've seen that movie. I can't really tell you either way if it was or was not.
Yeah, we got Stroh's beers in Louisiana, but then after they got bought out, Pabst Brewing Company was kind of strange. Like, so once Stroh's got bought out in 1999, all their beers started disappearing from Louisiana. So I think just the people that bought them didn't know what the heck they were doing. I'm not.
Also, it was one of those situations where, just like the airline industry, we're in a certain market, but guess what? We're going to leave you and boom, go, bye, see you later, adios. And it's shameful because I think those beers are legacy beers and they should, be back on the market again. I'd love to get my hands on Schmidt. I had Schmidt back in the early 90s. I was a little kid, like a 16-year-old kid, able to get going through some stuff. And I say, oh, Schmidt, okay. Tried it. It was pretty good, in New Jersey,
Yeah.
1989, 1990, around that time, So 91, so. But, that's kind of how things are, unfortunately. So, anyway, hold on 1 second. Let me get that brew again. So forget that I was doing. So anyway, very good on the Christmas ale by Breckenridge. I really enjoyed it. As you can see, I have like 4 more bottles left. I'll probably do a review on my channel. I'll post it, and are we doing promos or no? Or we'll do it afterwards, Jay.
No, yeah. Hold on, I'm putting these books back up. No, you can do the score and do the promos.
Okay. Yeah, my score is going to be the same. I'm going to go say 85 out of 100. So that would be a B.
A B.
Yeah, B.
Yeah, B. 8,500. Nothing bad about it. If there are people expecting the again, the way it was brewed, mentioned about the chocolate, it's, I don't think it's pretty much there, but but in any event, I think it's a good holiday beer to consume and have and enjoy. So as far as quick promos, real quick, I will do a review of this one on my channel. And I'll probably do today or maybe tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow and Friday, so I'm going to try to do plain reviews to post it. So I won't do crap on Christmas except Christmas Eve, just hang out with my brothers, go to his house and just, make some old fashioned and just hang out, movies. The kids are there, so just relax and just chill. And Christmas Day, hopefully I'm sober. Probably go house hopping, go to my older brother's house and my uncle's house and see what they got going on and just hang out and say, hey, and just do that. Nothing really special. Just,
hanging out with the family.
Yeah. I was able to get the chance to enjoy Christmas with my mom and my dad and the rest of the family. So
you mean Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving, yeah. So I'm going to spend Christmas here in Georgia with my siblings. So that is it.
Well, I'm glad Pierre is hanging out with his fam and whatnot. Awesome. And I hope the same for Ron. Now, as far as I go, I reviewed this beer earlier today. It's already on YouTube. It's already posted. And I looked through my notes, and I gave it a different score a year ago than I did today. And this is a re-review. And my score still stands now as it did earlier today, which is a 92, which, if I'm not mistaken, is an A-.
Yes.
And I gotta admit, it's amazing to me that a year ago I gave it a 6.0 out of 10 or a 60, And a year later, now I'm giving it a 92 or a 9.25 on my show. But either way, and it I like to think that my tastes have become in a way sophisticated for it to be up that much. And as far as the shout outs go, I know I'm going to be on James's show on Sunday for a little bit because I've got to go over to my sister's house. Now, as far as my Wednesdays and Saturday shows go, um, now this might fall in line with your Fandango Friday. Now, I'm thinking of doing like a mixed drink. And when I say mixed drink, I'm talking Buffalo Trace and eggnog.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
yeah. So, Christmas Eve, I generally have a personal thing that I do here at home. I won't be doing any videos, live stream, or nothing. It's like a personal thing for me on Christmas Eve where I'm in the backyard, I have a bonfire, I listen to Christmas music, and I have eggnog with Buffalo Trace. And I just sit there, enjoy the weather. And this year, unlike last year, it's supposed to be really good. It's supposed to be like 48 to 50 on Christmas Eve, something like that up here in Michigan. So last year was like 30 and extremely windy, and I couldn't do it last year because it was too cold. So um, I know the year before last was nice, same thing, and the year before that was really nice. So I'm thinking of doing like I was saying for Fandango Friday with the eggnog and the Buffalo Trace on your show and on my show because with me and my family, we're not going to celebrate Christmas until Sunday because that's when we're all able to get together and have Christmas together on Sunday. So, um, yeah, that's basically it for me. So,
All right.
Saturday. You mean Saturday? Saturday.
yeah,
Saturday. Yeah.
yeah.
All
Saturday,
right.
I'll do my show. Yep.
Saturday's
Well,
Christmas.
of
So yeah.
course, Sunday. Now, of course, Sunday is the second day of Christmas. There's 12 days of Christmas.
Okay.
There's 12 days of Christmas. Saturday is the first day, Christmas Day. Then there's the second day, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th. And then we have 12th night, and then Carnival starts. Now, tomorrow morning at dawn, I'm planning to do 2 rums, Bacardi Major Laser versus Aristocrat Gold Rum from Grosskopf Distilling. I felt shame this afternoon because this afternoon I did Major Laser from Bacardi against Cruzan Age Rum, and I got it wrong. I did a blind taste test and I couldn't tell them apart, and I felt embarrassed. But well, well, that's the risk you take when you do a blind taste test on air live. You might get it wrong, and then everybody's watching. What you're going to do now?
True. True.
But that's the best way to do it because it's honest. Because you don't know what you're drinking, So then tomorrow I'm gonna do another taste challenge. Then I have some more rum taste challenges. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or today. What I did today was 4 counts for Monday. So Monday I'm not doing anything. I counted it for Monday. The next Tuesday we're starting with tequila. I got Juarez tequila. That's another story. We won't worry about it right now. Friday night at 6:30 Eastern time, we got Fandango Friday, and I have eggnog. I have 2 stars eggnog. 2 stars eggnog. And people were saying, why do they call it 2 stars? What are they trying to say? It's 2 out of 5 stars? Well, I did some research on that. And the reason they call it 2 stars eggnog is because the flag of Louisville has 2 stars on it. And the 2 stars and 2 stars eggnog is bottled in Louisville, Kentucky. So they're given credit to the city of Louisville's flag. Saturday morning, I'll do another taste challenge. Sunday morning, I think John and Nile is doing Stout Sunday. I know it's hard for people to get up that early. I get it. But I do join. Next Wednesday is the last installment of Beers for the Holidays until next year. Beers for the Holidays. I've got some in the fridge. And whoever wants to join, feel free. We appreciate it if you can join. If not, if you just want to bring anything, go to Wild Card Wednesday. But I think that's about it. And then I hope everybody has a good Christmas. So we got a lot of pretty interesting things coming up. But tomorrow, Friday night, I'll be on there for Fandango Friday. We'll see who joins me with eggnog. James P. Madonna said he's going to join with eggnog.
Christmas Eve Fandango
Friday. Yeah. I'll join you, Ron. Don't worry about that. I'll join with you on Christmas Eve.
All right.
I'll probably be here before I head to my brother's house in my pajamas and have something to drink.
I could mention that yesterday I bought a bottle of Spring Creek pink Moscato, but I won't even mention that I bought Spring Creek pink Moscato at Dollar General.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, none of the Dollar Generals here in Georgia sell alcohol, so every state is different. So, but enjoy that Spring Creek. I've had some of their wines. Ain't too bad. Like I said, on a budget, it is what it is. To give you a little nice buzz.
That's why I enjoy doing what I call budget beers from Aldi's. So, it's one of them things where,
Aldi's got some good. Aldi's got some good stuff, man. Aldi's and Lidl.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I try to do a variety of stuff on my channel. So,
yeah,
I'm sure it's the same thing with the two of your channels. So,
yeah. You want to see what? Do you want to see what was sent to me from Aldi in Virginia? Yesterday, on my porch. This was on my porch yesterday. It got sent to. Well, I won't say who sent it, but anyway, hold on.
Okay, BC, like I said, I've been to both stores and the quality of the beers and wines too. I said 4 bottles of wine to very good friends of mine down in Mobile from Lidl, and they enjoyed it. They text me back and say, "Hey, thank you for the wine. We really loved it." And the beers, I bought the Perlonger, whatever their strong beer, and that was really good.
Oh, and the Salvatore.
So exactly. And from Lidl. And they have a couple of other beers that are pretty good too. And they got a holiday thing right now, which is in like a suitcase.
Oh,
beers, no longer. That's from Aldi's, right? Yep. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, okay, the one on the right. Yeah, I've seen that one on the right. Yeah.
What's the same product?
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's Wernesgrüner. It's from East Germany, and this was sent to me by Douglas in Virginia. He sent me 3 cans. He got a 4-pack of 500 milliliter cans. These are big cans. You got the 4-pack for $5.99. No joke.
Again, the prices are amazing, and I'm surprised there's not a Lidl. Is there a Lidl or Aldi by where you are, Jay?
No, they said they were going to build an Aldi in my town, which you visited my town. They said they were going to build an Aldi, but I haven't seen anything being done since they have made that announcement.
You're getting your money's worth with their beers. I mean,
you are. That's why I've done my budget beers or beers from Aldi's on my channel. Yeah. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with them for the most part.
Right. You're right. You're right about that.
You look at all these other places, Kirkland's with Costco, their beers, they're okay. And, Whole Foods, they got the Gold Mine Lager. That was okay from the Genesee Brewery. But Lidl and Aldi's, I've been and Trader Joe's too. I've been very impressed with some of the stuff that they have. Of course, Trader Joe's was simpler times. So I was like, a strange product is not a bad beer. It's not an awful beer. It's not bad, but it's not awful. So it was
It's strange.
Yeah.
It's strange, you know.
yeah. So
Yep.
All right. Well, we better get going, and I appreciate Jean-Pierre, the Beverage Ramble, joining us from Georgia, formerly Mobile. Before that, New Jersey. Maybe back again in New Jersey soon. But anyway, somebody was catching a hissy fit, asking me the other day, "Where did you find that Prestige? Where did you find that Prestige?" I'm like, I don't even remember where I found Prestige Lager, but I found it. And coming
If
up,
that prestigious, man, you can't remember where you got it from.
right? And then I have the Babincourt from Haiti. I'm gonna try to do those coming up if I buy those rums from Haiti, the Babincourt, Barbancourt, sorry. And then so we got Jean. Well, anyway, if y'all can join us Friday night at 6:30 Eastern time, we're gonna do liqueurs. I got liqueurs ready to roll, baby.
Well, like I've said, I've got my eggnog, I've got my Buffalo Trace, and I'm ready to go. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that on your show. I'm gonna do that on my channel, and hey, I'm set.
I got that 2 stars eggnog that I drank before I did this review. You probably can't tell, but but anyway.
I did a segment for Outdoor Infantry earlier today, and it was Captain Morgan Spice Rum with eggnog. Now that was okay. Now for me, with Buffalo Trace and eggnog, to me that was a heck of a lot better. But that's just my humble opinion.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, y'all want to see something new that I bought today?
yeah,
Jean?
I do.
that's it.
All right, hold on. I have to go get it off the shelf. Wait a minute. Hold on. All right. First of all, shout out to Jean-Pierre.
This is okay. Spring Creek. Okay. Spring Creek. Pink Moscato.
Pink Moscato. $3.50 for the bottle. Now, I bought this today. Somebody gave me a gift card, so it wasn't my money.
Oh yeah, bourbon cream. That's gonna be great. Are you gonna use that for Christmas? Consume some of that for Christmas, possibly?
No, but I'm gonna use it for something. But it was introduced in 2021. Just came out, hit the market. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Now, can we expect that out of Dodge Busters sometime soon?
Well, I'll probably do it on the solo review. But boy, it sounds. I was reading the website. And I was like, oh, I want to drink it right now. Man, I gotta have self-control. All right. Well, you can see I was folding clothes up there. All right. Well, any last comments from Beverage Ramble or BC?
We're good.
Well,
I will make my best attempt on Friday to join y'all for Fandango Friday and Stout Sunday. You know, if I'm alert to get up Sunday, day after Christmas,
Right.
to do Stout Sunday.
Right.
Well, as far as I go, you know me. Hey, thank you for having me on your show. Greatly appreciate it. As far as Stout Sundays go, I cannot break any more stouts or barrel aged bourbon beers out of my secret stash anytime soon. So if I'm gonna join Stout Sunday, I'm gonna have to get some more stouts for Stout Sunday. So when I do,
you have to get some cheap. You have to get some cheap ones like Guinness.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's why I broke out that Guinness one, or not Guinness, but Goose Island last time. So I mean, I hate breaking into my bourbon aged barrel beers or Goose Island. So it's one of them things.
I get it. All right. Well, my friend David really gets it because he got barrel aged stouts going back almost 10 years. I don't know what he's trying to accomplish. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and y'all have a good evening. Take care now. Get off that addiction, y'all.